They towed my truck, so I made their garage door openers worthless. I came home from a double shift at the factory to find my driveway empty. My beat-up Ford pickup was gone, leaving nothing but oil stains on the cracked concrete where it belonged. A bright orange violation sticker was slapped on my mailbox like a scarlet letter. Vehicle exceeds height restrictions for residential driveways. Height restrictions. I've lived in this house for 15 years, long before their precious Willows Creek subdivision sprouted up next door like mushrooms after rain. My truck, a working man's tool, dented and honest, sitting on the same spot where my father parked his before me. Their side of the property line, matching gray houses with 3-car garages, perfectly trimmed lawns that looked painted green, and driveways occupied by spotless sedans and SUVs that had never seen a day of real work. The HOA didn't like that my truck was visible from their walking path. While I was pulling overtime, they called a tow company and stolen my ride. No warning, no conversation, just pure entitlement. I marched straight to their clubhouse, where the HOA board was having their monthly wine and wine session. When I demanded answers, the president, a woman in a tennis outfit who'd never swung a racket, smugly informed me that my property was now subject to their community standards. Standards? I wasn't even in their community, but apparently some legal loophole from when they expanded their boundaries had roped in my corner lot. They thought I'd pay the $400 towing fee and quietly comply. They thought wrong. See, what the HOA didn't know was that I had something they needed, something their entire automated lifestyle depended on: a cell tower lease. 20 years ago, before their neighborhood existed, a cell company approached me about placing a small tower on my back acre. Decent monthly rent, minimal fuss, and I kept the access road maintained. That tower, it carried the signal that powered every garage door opener, security system, and smart doorbell in their precious subdivision. Their arrogance had just cut the wrong wire. The next morning, I walked to the tower's control box that sat on my land. Inside was a simple breaker panel. Nothing fancy, but it controlled their connected paradise. I flipped the main breaker to off. By noon, their automated gates were stuck closed. Residents trapped outside called the security company, demanding immediate repairs. By evening, garage doors wouldn't respond to remotes, leaving luxury cars stranded on driveways. Day 2 brought real panic. Security systems went dark, smart doorbell stopped recording, the community Facebook page exploded with complaints about system failures. Day 3, the HOA board knocked on my door. They arrived in a group, all business suits and barely controlled fury, demanding I restore service immediately. I stayed calm and handed them my own laminated notice: an invoice for truck retrieval, lost wages, harassment damages, and a new cell tower lease agreement that tripled the previous rate. They threatened lawsuits and stormed off. I shrugged and locked the door. For 2 solid weeks, I kept that breaker off. I watched as they hired expensive technicians who couldn't figure out why their signal was dead. Emergency garage door repairs bankrupted their maintenance budget. Parents complained about walking to school pickup because their cars were trapped. Elderly residents couldn't get medical alert signals. Finally, they surrendered. They offered to pay my towing fees, remove all vehicle restrictions from my property, grant permanent exemption from their rules, and sign a new tower lease at my terms with 5 years paid up front. I accepted. They signed it without reading the fine print. If you want more HOA revenge stories, like, subscribe.